The fifth principle of neuroplasticity: intensity matters. This is going to be intense. I know, I'm a dork. Anyways, so back to the research. Research says that they have examined neural connectivity in animals, and the number of synapses in the cortex increased in animals that had been trained for reaching tasks when they performed over 400 of those tasks, but not in animals that they had only done 60. So it's a big difference in number. And so that's where the intensity comes from. So you're thinking, great, more, I can do this. But you have to be careful because there can be a negative side to intensity. So you can overuse your limbs and you can make them worse off. So you want to be careful of how intensely you're training. And this is more important when you're in the first 8 stages of healing after a brain injury. So the further out you are, the more you can push yourself. To push or not to push? That is the question. So it is important to push yourself within a training session, and you want to reach something called the repetition priming effect. That's the point where repetition becomes saturated, and it can serve as a crucial trigger point for creating those long-lasting gains we want to see. So what's the bottom line? So intensity of training strengthens neural connectivity, and it can have long-lasting gains, but intensity can be tricky. You want to push yourself, but not overdo it, especially when you're first recovering from a brain injury. So what does this look like in the clinic? So your therapists, they understand the stages of learning. You have to trust them, and they know when they can push you, but we don't know always how you're feeling. You might seem like you can push through, but really you're sore or overwhelmed. You have to let us know if we're pushing too hard. And on the flip side, you also have to let us know when you feel like an activity isn't hard enough. And what about at home? So if you feel like the tasks you're doing aren't challenging enough, if they're too easy, you need to make sure that you try to push yourself. You have to challenge yourself. And this is what's called the just right challenge. You need to make sure that you're not bored or not working too hard. It's that medium point, and we really want you to get there. And of course, that's always going to be stepping up. You're going to be doing more and more and more as you see functional gains.